Hello guys, it is Bloggy Live here, and today I'm working with OBS, so let's roll that intro. I'm going to be working with OBS, and basically this software just records your screen. This replaces the need for a paid screen recorder or a video card. It is free, so don't worry. I'm sure you heard of it, but let's get started into the tutorial. Okay guys, so what you're going to want to do is go to your preferred browser. I use Google Chrome. And you're going to get this screen here if you go to obsproject.com, which will be in the description. So, what you're going to see here is two softwares. This is OBS Studio and OBS Classic. So, I'm not too sure what OBS Studio is. I don't really use it that much. I think it's some sort of screen recording, video editing combo sort of deal. But I don't really use it. So, what I would use is just OBS Classic. But if you like this program, then go ahead and use it if you want. So just press this if you have Windows. If you want on Mac, then press Mac OS X 10. So now let's get into the software. Okay, guys. So this is the basic GUI of OBS. Actually, you see my screen here. You see this little mirroring effect. I actually have the mic on mute because I'm recording with Audacity, so if you're watching out there, that's why this is on mute. So, the first thing you're going to meet with is to these two blank boxes. If you want to add a scene, you just press Add Scene, and then you would get this stuff, and you can press Add, and everything here. So, if you're using a game or something, you would press Game Capture. Or if you want to capture your whole monitor, which I'm doing, you press Monitor Capture. And to manipulate the settings, you just press Properties. Or you right click on this and press Properties. And then you can manipulate it. So, I'm not really going to deal with that. But I'm mainly going to deal with the settings and stuff because that's very important. And before I start the settings, my computer is not very powerful. I set it to the lowest possible at the best range. So if you have a higher end PC, I don't recommend watching this video just because you're not going to get best performance out of your machine if you have a good computer. So let's get right to that. Settings, they're pretty useful, and as I said before, this might not apply to you if you have a high-end computer, but if you have a lower end or medium end, this would probably work for you. So this is the first setting here. This is general. It's pretty basic. If you're not English, you obviously would click another language. But we don't really need to deal with this. It's pretty basic. Here's encoding. This is actually really important if you have a lower computer. So, uncheck this. This is actually for live streaming. You don't need to deal with this. Make sure quality balance is at 8. This is depending on your machine. I recommend the lowest to go is 6 because you don't want like 5, 4, or 3 because you'll get pixelated stuff. This is also important sometimes. If you're streaming, make sure that this is high or this is low. But if you're recording, I guess you could put it at around 5,000 depending on your machine. I have 3,000 because this is not a powerful computer. The audio encoding, just make sure it fits all these, the ACC, the formats, the bitrate, and the stereo. So that's pretty. Just make sure to press apply when you finish something. Sorry for that little cut there, little accident. So, if you ever change your settings, just make sure to hit apply. I already have all these settings put in, so, just follow this. This is for like low-end PCs. This is if you want to live stream. There's a lot of parameters here. You don't really, if you're recording, you put file output, but if you're live streaming, just work with this. So, we have that there. Make sure to browse for the file path. I'm gonna keep it at Fun Recordings because that's the file I set for it. But it'll set you for that file. Just make a video file. That's what I did. So video. I'm gonna press no. I don't need to deal with this. So my resolution is 1280 by 720. If you have another graphics card in this, I just have this ATI HD 3450. It's old. Don't get this thing. It's really old. It's an Optiplex. So I have a really old one. But if you have more than 2 graphics cards, make sure to pick the highest one. I don't have a downscale because it can record monitors and the online fine for some reason. But my resolution isn't downscaled. But if you're doing gaming or something, I recommend downscaling a little bit. But you just need to find that balance with gaming if you have the low-end PC like me. But I'm not really going to deal with gaming on PC yet. So I'm going to press no, I don't need to deal with that. Audio, you don't really need to deal with this one. It's not really that useful. We're just going to skip it. So hotkeys is, again, you don't really need it. I recommend messing with these here. This is what I use to for my hotkeys, but you can read that. It's not really that important. So this is very important. Make sure that you keep all these settings just correctly to mind. So the first thing I have is I check multi-threaded optimizations. Priority class is above normal. Scene time is 700. Disable encoding while previewing. You don't need to deal with that. Allow other modifiers and hotkeys. Just check it. CPU preset very fast. If you have a really fast computer, I would recommend going to faster or fast or something, medium. But I just have a very slow one, so that's what I have mine at. Coding profile, make sure it's main. Keyframe interval is 0. You don't need uncheck both of these. This is also for what do you call it? Streaming. Just uncheck everything, but make sure this is 20 here. So that is my tutorial on OBS pretty much. Again, if you have a different computer, you don't really need to listen to this one. If you're doing different type of content, it may be different, but I just wanted to showcase some of the features of OBS. So if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps. Make sure to subscribe as well. It really motivates me to keep on going. And go in the comments and give me some feedback, so I really would love that. So this has been Blocky Live, signing out.